Hey, what's up, everybody out there? You guys already know what's up. Cruising on a Sunday afternoon. Just cruising back. Figured it was a good day with as far as comments is concerned. That little video I put out had some crazy comments. YouTube is unmatched when it comes to the crazy comments. You know what I mean? Some of the shit's funny. It has me laughing. I clown back. You know what I mean? I don't take it too serious. But so I figured I would touch point with a lot of people. You know, a lot of people watch the video. Some people liked it, some didn't. You know, it was just a little. Actually, wasn't even a video. It was a reaction. I do reactions. I don't really do too many of my own shit. I do a lot of reactions, Mike World's reactions, and that's what that was. That was a reaction to a guy named Kenny Thunder, done like over 15 years. He was actually live yesterday on Frank's Vibes. You know, so he's the one that brought it to my attention. Let's start with that. How did I end up coming across that paperwork or even look into his real name, his paperwork, right? We're talking about lefty gunplay. So I came across yesterday, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, Frank's Vibe, shout out to Frank, had on a guest, right? Kenny Thunder, dude, Sureño, done a bunch of time, right? In the feds, in the state, has like 3 numbers and stuff. And he's the one that actually brought it to all of our attention that was in the live. You know, brought up Lefty's real name, age and stuff, and then showed the paperwork. He was on his phone. He was showing us all of what he's seen on the site, and he just told us, look it up. You know, look it up for yourself. It's public record. So I did. You know, to me, not a big deal. It's not the type of thing that I, would pride somebody on. To me, however much time you've done, what levels you were on, how many times you did. See, that's not what I pride myself on. This is what, you know, like I said, the type of person that I am. What I do pride myself on is honesty. I don't give a damn if you work at Dairy Queen. I'll respect you 10 times more. You just tell me you work at Dairy Queen. It's all good. Nobody's perfect. Everybody goes through their shit. Like me, I'm pretty transparent. I've always been on my channel. And, you know, I've always been pretty transparent on my channel. And it's just how it is. So, yeah. So anyway, so that's how I came across that paperwork. It even came to mind, you know, didn't even think about it. Didn't look it up. Wasn't like, go look for paperwork. Somebody brought it to my attention, you know, on another channel. And Frank will see this. Anyone sees this, you can ask him. Or you can probably look up the live. It's probably still up with Kenny Thunder, right? He did a live just the other day with him. Yeah, you're funny in informant's perspective. So that's where I just thought I'd answer a few questions. You know me, I'm like I said, always transparent. I'll come at you guys with why. I've had a few people. Do you hate lefty gunplay? Do you want to take him down? Are you hating on him? None of the above. Hope the youngster does well, but you got to understand something. What I hope and what I think is going to actually happen with his career are 2 different things. Would you guys respect me more if I came across the paperwork but didn't say anything? Would that be more preferable? Or if I thought that he was going to crash out and I lied and said, hey, he's going to do great. That's what I think. To me, that's fake. Now, that's being fake. That's being bullshit. If I come across something that doesn't match up or add up, doesn't matter whether I like the person or not, whether I think they're down or not, whether they're on my team, so-called team, or someone else's. A liar is a liar, and who's not is not. You know what I mean? Like I said, to me, it doesn't matter. I think anyone who went to the Pinta is dumb. You can't fucking commit a crime and get away with that shit. But anyway, though, there are people, though, that's what I'm saying, especially califeros, as we call them in other states, or people from California that really do pride themselves on that. You know, I've been told, like, you know, lifers, pinteros, gang members that pride themselves on that time they've done on keeping it real, on what levels they've been on. You know, and somebody has told me once like this is why this means so much to him. It's kind of like stolen valor. You know, let's say you say you did 9 years, right? But you didn't. You only did 2 years here, 4 years here, right? And then here comes somebody that really did do 10 years or 12 years, let's say. They're going to be upset because they really had to sit in there on a flat stretch, right? So that's sort of like stolen valor to them. I'm not that person. I've said in many of my videos, I never even done hard time. I never done pinta time. I've been in and out of county like a revolving door. 25, I did 13 months in county one time. I seen fools come in, but I seen pintos come in and like, oh, this county shit is hard time. Like in the pinta, you got a program, you got like homies, herb, you got fucking jobs. Here you're sitting in the cell all day, fools are getting off on each other every day. There's no organization. Like youngsters coming in all fucked up every night. They're like, you know what I mean? Like, get me out of here. For real. But anyway, I always stray off the subject. I like to rap. I like to, that's my bit. I like to communicate with my subscribers and just the world in general, That's why people that are in the shoe or in solitary confinement or tortured, like locked in a closet or something in POW camps, one of the hardest things is not communicating with people. As long as you can talk with another human, Tower of Babylon, as long as you can communicate with another human being, that's a big thing. I've always appreciated other humans. But anyway, so to answer a bunch of questions, like I said, I had some crazy ones today. First off, I'm going to say this very clearly to anyone out there. No hate towards lefty gunplay. Hope he does well. Hope he straightens up his game a little. In my opinion, like I said, what do you guys want to hear? What I hope happens and what everybody wants to hear? Or you guys want me to tell you what I really feel and what, because like I said, what I hope happens and what with the young Buck's career, I don't really care one way or another. It doesn't make me, whether he becomes the next Tupac or get shot tomorrow. It's not going to change I'm an old man. Like I said, I already got kids. I'm worried about my kids, raising them right. This is just a hobby that I do here. I don't make money off of it. But so that leads me to my next thing. Do I hate him? Nope. Do I love him? Nope, not really. I think, and this is like I said, I've said in a few opinions, he's buck wild, off the chain, a little bit foolish, immature, but he's young. You expect that from young bucks, nowadays, and things of that nature. It's not a big deal to me. That little video I did, like I said, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was a reaction to some other paperwork, but I got on the computer, I looked it up myself. But there's a few ins and outs. Like personally, one other thing, if you're looking for more certified, you gotta have print out court documents, right? A lot of people want state, state stamps. Feel what I'm saying? Docket numbers, right? That's more legit as far as what I showed is a photo from a record, public records of somebody's criminal record. Right, it's not like docket numbers, case numbers, more like certified specific shit, right? Like I said, and people who watch my channel know I don't go all into them depths like that. This ain't fucking blood on the razor wire and ACP and all them channels where I fucking do a 45-minute video about why Lefty didn't do the time he did. It's just a piece of paperwork I came across. Now here's where the point what I was trying to make to anyone out there. What up? Machetes cochets, as I always say. I hope you're having a good Sunday, bro. I brought it to the attention of people that may want it. It's simple. It's as simple as this. If you need the information, want the information, if you're somebody that means something to, take the information, do what you will with it. You have the name, right? You have the websites that I went to. You saw that. I showed it. You can look more into it, right? Yourself. There is nobody that can't look up public records. They can't go to the same website, right? So I'm just a tool, basically. What do you call it? Just like a resource, an information or a news resource. That's all that is. I brought it to you. Do what you want with it. If it's something that you don't care about, you like the music, you know what I mean? You think it's fake, whatever you think. I don't make shit up. I didn't even make the paperwork. It just came off of a site. Throw it in the trash. Let it go in one ear and out the other. Pay it no mind. Think no more. If you're the type of person that holds people to those standards, that think it matters who did certain amount of time, okay. To me, the only thing that matters, why I brought it up, is honesty. I teach my kids it. I was always taught to see a man is only as good as his word. Doesn't matter if you've done 2 days, 2 years, 20 years, right? If you're going to lie about anything, you'll lie about everything, right? And I was always taught, the whole world couldn't believe you. But who gives a fuck about the world? You don't go to bed with the world at night. You only go to bed with yourself. You look in that mirror. There's only one person looking in the mirror every day. I don't care how many people you got, how many friends you got, right? How many homies are down for you, how many gangs behind you, right? You go to bed with yourself and wake up with yourself every day, looking in that mirror every day, right? This is why we don't lie. But came across the info, decide I would drop it to the people to, like I said, do what they want with. It's not about a hater thing. I want him to fail. I got something for him. Anything like that of that nature. You know what I mean? I will say one thing. Like I said, I'm an opinion. I can give my opinion. This is my channel. I'm an opinionated person. I think Swifty Blue was more humble than this lefty gunplay. At least Swifty laugh a little with his blunt, and his little mask, one chain on, clowning here and there. Fucking lefty's over here fucking clanking 20 chains around, looking like fucking Mr. T. Over here, I'm the baddest, I'm the fastest, I'm the greatest. Like I see a little more humbleness in Swifty. That's my opinion, right? We're all entitled to our own opinions, right? At least Swifty just laughing, doing his own thing. I never once, ever, in all the interviews I seen from Swifty, I never once heard him say, I'm the best rapper. I'm the baddest gang banger. I have a gang behind me. Like, who says that kind of shit? I'm on heroin. I'm on every drug you can think of, and I'm on dead homies. Like, this motherfucker, in my opinion, like I said, to everyone their own, make Swifty Blue look more professional, look calm. He's so fucking. I mean, what in the last person I seen wearing 9 chains, I'm gonna call him 10 chain. That's what I was thinking about earlier. That's my new nickname for Lefty Gunplay. 10 chain. Remember how they had the black rapper 2 Chainz? Well, we got 10 chains. Brown 10 chains, right? Only last person I seen wearing that much chains was Mr. T. You guys remember, the youngsters won't know what I'm talking about, but in my generation, we had Mr. T, right? The black dude with a fucking mohawk. He was part of the A-Team. And he used to wear just like that. He'd had on like 9, 10 chains at once. You know, clink, 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 clink. You know what I mean? That shit's funny to me. You know, like I said, no hate. I hope everybody does good. Not a single person falling. I don't have any enemies, as far as I know. And there's some people that like me, some that don't. But I ain't never fucked nobody over. And like I said, and even though I posted this shit, there hasn't been anyone yet. You guys look for it that has said, nah, he's wrong. Look. This is the actual, someone prove me wrong. That's all I'm saying in this life. Show me a photo and I'll do a reaction to that. Show me a photo or a public record of him getting arrested once in 2014 and then getting, and no other one and then a parole violation in 2021. Show me that. And I'll be like, oh, there you go. Prove me wrong. But yet I've had 4,000 people watch that video. I still ain't seen a person yet say, no, incorrect. Look, this is the right one. A lot of shit talking, a lot of back in here saying, you guys know, come on, I'm not dumb. Out of the 3,000 people looking at that video, you don't think of at least 20 or 30 of them actually got on there? Oh shit, what was I saying? Oh, there's a lot of comments, but they're funny, interesting, laughing. They made me laugh. I just clown back, if you can't laugh at yourself and laugh at people, you're taking life too serious. You can't clown other people if you can't get clowned yourself, right? Gotta have thick skin. What goes around comes around. I like to laugh and clown people, make fun of shit. So sometimes it happens to me. Best I can do is laugh about it and continue joking. You laugh at me, I laugh at you, we laugh together, right? But all that good stuff, because I don't want people to get it twisted and think I'm on some type of campaign. Another person said, oh, you're looking up somebody's this dude's what do you call it, paperwork. I don't check paperwork like that. I could care less. I just came across it on a live. So then it caught my interest. Like, wait a second here. Arrest. I just heard him like 2 days ago on some, I don't forget, because he's pretty popping right now. You can't go get on a platform, especially California one or anywhere basically without him being right there, radio stations, whatever, right? So I'm looking for what people, maybe I'm missing what people are seeing, right? Because when I see that type of somebody getting that type of play, I guess you could say, or that type of fame, I'm looking for what I look for, I guess, in somebody like to look up to, right? Famous, right? I guess I looked for wisdom, composure, knowledge, you know, to be in my mind, the way I see it, like a katana. And that's what I look for in a human being, as a leader, as a follower. A katana, you know what a katana is? Fucking blade that is sharper than a razor, right? Steel, nerves of steel, right? These are the things that I think of personally, you know. Wisdom, people that eat well, that rest well, that read books, right? You exercise not only your mind but your body. Right now, this is somebody to look up to, in my opinion. Which is why I trip. Maybe I'm missing something here. What I don't look up to is someone clanking around chains, talking about they done dope and all. I did all that too. Looks just like me, identical. But I can see the childishness, what's the word I'm looking for? The childish way, my childish ways. A real man sees a fault in his childish ways, as they call it. So I don't see what, unless it's just a lot of youngsters out there that don't know the difference between, you know, wisdom and chain clanking, you know. But to each their own. Like I said, you got to understand. And I don't even, people will know, like, that's why I don't have a whole brand new setup with nice cameras and get all into this and that, because this is a hobby. My subscribers know. Some people, there's always new people watch my shit every day. A lot of people are old people, like old subscribers, some new viewers. You know, my old people already know, like, this is a hobby of mine. I fuck around, give my opinion, shoot the shit, as we call it. You know, I'm not going to get real, you know, trying to break anyone down, troll anybody, dock anybody, hurt nobody. I come across something interesting, I'll react to it. You know, I came across this on a live. I looked it up on my own computer. I seen it. That's something you see on every channel. That's something that some people might want to know. So I put it out there. Now, here's the thing. I've heard people say that the website is uncredible. It's not a state document. Okay, that's all cool, like I said. But if you want to look further into it yourself, you have the means. You don't have to necessarily come to me. Like, it's a day and age where you have now. If you have a question, that was my only thing, is to plant a seed of question in people's mind. Question everything, people. That's always been my motto. Never say, okay, question, is there really a Santa Claus? Is there really spirits? Is there really aliens? Never, okay, because this guy said it or this guy said it. Maybe the earth is flat. You wouldn't know. You need to look into it. Don't go off of what this man said. Always question. That's what I go off. So that's why I'm just trying to plant in every that question mark in everyone's mind. Like, look, you got the name here. You seen the record I pulled out. Look into it yourself if you care. If not, continue. You know what I mean? Move on. Continue on. That's all. And so that's the question. Just to answer that. That's right, my jets. You know me, I don't really try to put on a show for nobody. Clout chase. This don't even make sense. A couple of people said I was clout chasing today. Like, what kind of clout? Well, you know what I mean? That's not going to give me no fucking fame. Talking my opinion on somebody that the most of the general public likes right now. For what reason, I don't know. But I know that's not going to get me any good comments. It's not going to kiss my ass for it. I'll just give, but as you guys already know too, I'm the type a lot of people like it like that I don't really care. I could give a shit less whether someone likes it or not. That's what it is. Like I said, look up the name, and this is a contest. I want to see somebody show me that paperwork of something different, you know, so I can look at that. I'm always open minded. Like I said, also me myself, I question everything. I question every site, every piece of paper, every what everybody says. I don't, you know. I'm not going to take nobody's word for that shit. Yeah, I pretty much just keep it to myself, you know, do my little thing and try not to impose or nothing like that. And like I said, if there's something different, I'll look into, but I can't. Nobody's showed anything different. I don't see nothing different. I got the name. Like I said, it's like I was sitting here. I'm going to start checking paperwork. No. I was on a live with Frank's. Shout out Frank's Vibes. He had a guest on, and it was his subject, right? He was talking about how he knows all the resources and he looks up paperwork, right? and then he looked up lefty shit. I'm just letting you guys know, in all honesty, how it even came to me, the subject, right? And he's like, and this is a dude from Cali, lives in where do you say lives? Riverside or somewhere right there, right? All tagged up. You guys can look at it yourself. It's on Frank's Vibe. He changed the name of his channel. It's like it has the guy with the ski mask on now on his handle, and it says like call like keeping it real or something, real media, and it says Goonies. Anyway, he had a guest. The guest brought it to my attention, right? I was just in the live watching, listening, and the dude's like, hey, I looked up all his name, and looked up on these sites, public records, and it's not matching, adding up, right? They got his name, and he got locked up here for this, and a violation. Nothing funky. That's another thing I want to put out there, people. Don't get it twisted. There's no funky charges, nothing on, that will get you removed or anything of that nature. No POS type stuff, nothing like that, nothing. Just the fact of a bunch of arrests that couldn't have possibly occurred if you were in prison. That's all. That's all that is. Simple as that. To me, it was very simple, like a 1+1 type shit. And I looked it up on my own computer, not just looking at his piece of paper or his or someone's, and sure as shit, came across the same stuff. If you want to, like I said, anyone out there wants to throw it in the trash, which you should, more power to you, because who gives a shit what some young buck, did or didn't. But like I said, to other people, it's stolen valor. They pride themselves on that stuff, on how much time someone's done, when they did it, how, what level. Like, that's a big deal to a lot of people. Me, what's a big deal? Did you get caught or not? Oh, you did? Dumbass. Oh, you didn't? All right, now we can talk. Talk about all them legends out there. Well, you slanged for 10 years and got away with it? You was a legend. You know what I mean? I'm about to try to spark this on up. Yeah, so that's basically, I've been on already, 20 minutes talking about that. I just wanted to make it clear on all angles of how I felt about that, how I felt about Lefty. Don't know him personally, don't know him through the internet. I have no reason to say bad things. I hope he does all right, but I'm also not gonna, like I said, sugarcoat it and say, hey, I didn't, and pretend like I didn't come across that paper, or or say, hey, I think he's the most wise, before his time, calm. I could say that and everybody be like, yeah, you're down for the blue and all this, and which I am, but he would, but I'd be lying. You know what I mean? And like I said, and I gotta lay down with myself. I gotta look in the mirror and go, you just lied to 22, however many people watch it, and told him that you think he's sharp and you think he's all wise when you don't, right? Nah, fuck all that. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give my opinion, even if I get a lot of hate with it, which I do a lot, but I've learned one thing. You learn from your first video to your, 400th, 500th video, that the first one kind of bothers you. You don't understand. Then you start to learn. Now, people do this shit for fun. They like to give people shit. I just laugh along with them now. Some of the shit they come up with is pretty funny. You know what I mean? I had fuckers, oh, you sound like a detective. I told him, detective what? Detective Maniaco. Sherlock Holmes. What? You guys never break them, huh? Yeah, so I thought that was all right. But that, pretty much broke it down for you guys. I'm just trying to help people out. Some people, like I said, feel like that's stolen valor, or maybe they desire honesty, such as myself. Like I said, I'll respect somebody all day that tells me they worked at Dairy Queen the last 2 years, than somebody that lies and tell me like, oh, I was on, banging on the streets. Oh no, he was working at Dairy Queen. You know what I mean? At least the Dairy Queen worker that tell me the truth is a man of his word. That's gold, because that's far few in between. But then again, I think there's also, here's another something we could talk about. There's a little bit of a difference between an outright lie and what I call a fisherman's tale, right? Example. If I go fishing, right, and I tell you, hey, I caught a 8-pounder that was 11 inches long, right? And I really just caught one that was only this big, right? And he was only about half a pound, right? Well, I didn't necessarily lie to you, right? I exaggerated. Those are two different words, exaggeration and lying, right? So they call that a fisherman's tale, right? It happened. I caught something. I just said it was a little bigger, a little longer. That's a fibber, if you will, an exaggerator, whatever, Everybody wants to make the story better. But if I go out there and I didn't catch a damn thing, and then I tell you, Hey, I caught a 12-pounder, right? Hey, 10 inches long. Well, now I'm not an exaggerator. I'm not a telling fish stories. I'm a fucking liar outright. You know what I mean? There's a little bit of a difference there. A fisherman will always tell you. We'll call it a fisherman's story, tall tale, not a lie. But like I think that's kind of where he's at. In and out, probably did 3 here, maybe 2 here. Revolving door, career criminal for damn sure. That young dude, but probably just sounds better if he says I did a flat 9, a flat 13, or whatever. But anybody who knows I do an array of reactions on my channel. It's just something else. It's not the first time I've done a reaction of paperwork. I did a reaction of Dubsies. I did a reaction laughing at Gunners. Like I've done paperwork, reactions to paperwork, news clips, other people channel shit, all types. People that are subscribed to me watching already know. Some people that may have, like I said, I get new subscribers on a daily, do not know. They think I only do a certain type. I reacted to commercials. I was thinking about doing a whole section, right, of where I just react to old school commercials, like from the 50s, from the 60s, from the 70s, like the old school Wiener Schnitzel commercials, or the fucking, remember the Al commercial? How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, right? Old school 60s commercials, or like the Michelin Man commercials. Like I remember a bunch of commercials. That'd be kind of cool, huh? I'm always looking for something different. Man, that SF stands for the fucking Super Bowl right there, homie. That's what that stands for. That stands for going to the Bolo. You know what I mean? That's all football right there, my friend. Has nothing to do with gangs. I don't either. Used to once upon a time. Came from somewhere, went somewhere else, lived in a different area, grew up, basically. It wasn't easy. Grew up late. Took me a lot of years when a lot of kids were already 18, 19, starting to worry about where they're going to go to work. Yeah, true. True. And maybe he's, I don't know. I can't say. I don't know the Vato, but like in my opinion, I can say how I think he acts, and you're right. I feel a lot of like I said, and call me wrong, call me crazy, but I feel like I thought Swifty Blue was a clown until I seen Lefty come around. He makes Swifty look more mature, more on his toes, more of an artist and professional. Right? Am I wrong, or did I send? Am I wrong, or I've never seen Swifty show up to a fucking podcast with fucking 20 chains on and his shirt off with his fat belly hanging out, talk about, hey, I'm the LA's baddest. I'm from a gang. I'm from, looking in the camera. I'm telling you right now, I'm from East Side Paramount. Paramount's got my back. Like I never seen Swifty doing that shit. Like just opinions, right? I don't know either of them personally, so I only can go off of what I see in the camera, what I see on their little videos and everything, right? They're both the same thing, about the same age, I believe, music makers, right? Why is it the Swifty came on kind of acting humble, not fucking bragging about the baddest gangs, fucking hardest set, best shooter, and then, my opinion. This is not, like I said, a talk down session. This is my personal opinion, and anyone else can give their opinion. But one thing, and you guys can get on all my videos. You'll never hear me say, "Fuck Lefty Gunplay." I hope he's a punk. He's a anything. He's a lame. I think he, a bitc, like he ain't about it. None of that. But you will hear me say things like, I think he acts immature. Like I think he's gonna crash out. Like he I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like those types of things, because there's a difference. Fine line, but there is a difference between putting somebody down and talking down on them, being a hater, or giving your opinion. Like, oh, he looks like he's fucking spun out on drugs. He looks like he don't know how to act right, right? Those are opinions. Saying, fuck him. I hope he fails. I hope someone shoots him. Now, that's hater shit. You see the difference there, people? Between me giving an honest opinion with big words, using my vocabulary and an educated fucking, perspective of the situation, as opposed to fuck that motherfucker. He's a dumb fucker. You know what I mean? Like that's in my that kind of is fucking trying to be a hater. That's trying to fucking right. This what's up, Alfonso? Happy to see you. And that kind of shit, like for my generation, I think I said it in one of the I saw one of these Duno's world where he was going through his neighborhood, right? And he went in there and he was talking to the guy about the rhinos, right? I don't even know if he knows, but for anybody, or if the younger generation knows, that's Viagra, right? See, so back when I was younger, or not even younger, to this day and younger, people were embarrassed to even say the word. What's up, Lane Stepper? We're embarrassed to say the word Viagra, right? Because basically what it meant was you couldn't do it yourself. Right, you needed some type of boost. You needed something to get you up, to get you going, to hold you down, right, and hold your chick down, basically. Now I don't know if it's a whole new generation gap thing, or they're just pushing this rhino like it's a fucking like it's the best chronic, or he just don't know. But I don't think you're supposed to fucking be like pushing that, right? Like he went into that fucking corner store and he's all, man, I gotta get this shit was funny. I thought I'm a comedic type. I'll laugh, give people props and then clown and laugh back and forth. I got thick skin, laughter is the best medicine. He was all, he went in the store and he's all, these guys got to give me a commercial. And he even tells the register guy, he's all, how many of these do I buy every week? He's all, like 50 on. The guy's all, fucking. I was like, yeah, man. I mean, I respect, I suppose, the honesty. Wow. No, how can I respect honesty? Like now, I don't know because like I said, just came across all these arrests that were different on there, and then so it brings the one question to mind. I think it would bring the same question to anyone's mind. If he lied about that, what else would he lie about? Right? Ding ding. You start to think. Did he do a bit at all? Well, we know he did because of the charges, but certain things, certain that. But it's not a big thing to me. I don't care. Like there's probably people that lie every day on this, on that, on here, and there. It's just a topic. It's fucking. This is YouTube. I'm a content creator. It's content, not fake content. I didn't make it up. I didn't print out a fucking paper. I got on a website. I found his name with his age and his area, and it's not. And his arrests don't add up. So I let the people know. It ain't fucking rocket science. It's pretty much the end of that. That's that. And like I said, someone might think I know that there are people out there that just punch in names all day, look up people's names and shit like that. But like I mentioned earlier in this live, how it even came to play, and like how it even came to my attention was a guest that Frank's Vibes had on either yesterday, I think it was, last night, or the night before. Right? He was like the one that brought it to my attention that look, the arrests on this dude's record ain't matching up. So I did the old fucking rock, the eyebrow, right? I even mentioned, you guys can go back and look in it. You can see me in the comments. I even said, like, I'm going to have to look into that. So I type in the computer and that website, a couple other ones, run the name, First I look up to make sure that's his correct name, birth date, right? That matches up, yeah. Then I get into the websites that aren't charging, because I really don't care enough to pay for his whole fucking public records and court dockets and all that. So I got what they're willing to give out before you pay for it, right? Got on there, checked it out, it all adds up, looked at it. So I made a little video about it. As many other things, it's more so, instead of giving you all the facts, it's more so for you to do the math should you want to. Like I said, here's a little piece of information. I'm a resource. If you want to throw it in the trash can, throw it in the trash can and keep on running. If it don't matter to you, then fuck it. It don't matter to me. But if it does matter to you, the name right there, the sources I used, you probably have your own resources. I'm sure over 3,000 people saw this, and I tagged some pretty big channels in it, channels that have resources. So either one, there'll be 3 or 4 people coming out and going, look, this is the right paperwork, right? That shit's bogus, and I'll fucking say, oh, my bad. But it's not really my bad because I didn't make the paperwork. Like I said, I got it off a site. I'm just reacting to it. And I like to see this too. There'll be people going, fuck you, you're a hater, right? And then that means that they saw exactly what I saw. When you don't have nothing else to say, when you don't have any other paperwork to show, you go to the next best thing, which is fuck you. weirdo, hater. You know what I mean? Okay, throw all, fucking miss me with all the name calling. Let's see the paperwork, right? If you know that what I reacted to is incorrect, let me see your shit. Let me react to that. Let me say, oh look, here's an arrest record saying he got sentenced to 12 and he didn't get out till such and such. See, and then here's another thing I wanted to speak on. I had a couple of people too, because I mentioned to them, this shit don't even matter to me, right? And then they came at me with this. What a weirdo you'd be doing content about something that doesn't matter to you. Why would you even talk on it, right? Well, there's a very simple fucking answer to that one. You think half the shit that's trending on YouTube matters to me? I've done video. You think C-Mac matters to me? You think No Jumper, Adam 22, Adam 15 matters to me? Huh? You think Hater World matters? Matters to me. Like, affects my check. I care what it does one way or another. But I done videos on all of them. What does that tell you? I do most of the videos I do don't matter. The subject that I do videos on, they don't matter to me. Because guess what? I'm not fucking doing videos and staring in the mirror. The videos I'm doing, I don't just sit there and watch them over and over myself. They're not for me, right? Let's get that clear. When you create content, you create it for people to watch. You're a creator, right? Same way if you do a fucking tagging on the wall, it's for people walking by to see and shit, right? So with that being said, I try to do a lot of what people want to see, whether I wanted to do it or not. It's, I have subscribers. There's an audience, a greater audience. They like to see certain things. C-Mac, lefty gunplay, whether I like it or not, I like to give them what they want. Sometimes got to do it like that. Oh yeah, that's another good subject that I haven't really got on, because I feel like that one that's a real gray area. I mean, gray, black, white, gray, and every other color area with the content creator deal. We all heard about what's going on with Chicago Dumb, right? Got with well, let me try to break it down real quick. A Convict's Perspective did a video basically calling out Chicano to Mikey, saying that a while back he had asked him to take down a bunch of videos and called EBK, which is he's playing like he's good friends with, a bunch of stuff, a dropout, he can't associate with him, can't do this, right, and all this stuff he says, right? And he texts this to this guy Chicago Dumb, right? And this guy Chicago Dumb holds on to these messages, right? And then it basically comes out behind Convict's Perspective and kind of backs him up, basically. Backs up old ACP and calling out Mikey, putting him in a bad position, kind of making him look a little bit snaky, going behind people's back and making comments. But at the same time, I seen it from everybody. I seen damn near every channel was good friends with this person, then not. Then troll this person, then not. It's kind of the flow and the ways of the YouTube yada or the YouTube period. You know what I mean? How many times I've seen guys like China Mac, best friends with C-Mac, 2 weeks later they're not. It just happens like that quick in this the social media game. So that's why I don't really hate one way or another on somebody, because there's just so many ins and outs of it. You never know. Like I said in my last live, there's people right now that are getting along that won't be getting along soon. There's people that don't get along that'll become friends again and be getting along soon. And then there's people that'll do both. That'll get into it and then be friends and get into it again. That's just kind of how this things work, which is kind of why, like I said, I went pretty deeper into my last live, which is why I kind of just like, what up, shake everybody's hand in the YouTube game and just keep on pushing down my own little lane, kick it in my own, do my own thing. Oh yeah, so but I also too, I took the video down because I was like, why am I, well, even though I feel this way, it's a little bit confrontational, if you will. I took it down. But if you guys remember, right before I started watching this channel and kind of getting to know a little more Mikey from Chicano Tube, I had a video saying, why are you asking for this 10 G's now when he flaked out on this contract like months and months ago, right? I had said that, but I took it down thinking better of it, thinking, you know what, that's his fucking whatever, his life, his own personality, his own ways. He deals with that. He has to deal with himself, right? We all deal with ourselves and how we carry ourselves, which is why I just took the thing down and didn't show any feelings any which way, you know. I'm about to spark this up, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so I figured I would just kind of, you know, real quick, let everybody know on that subject, because that's kind of the talk of the day on my channel anyway, right? So yesterday, like, I dropped a video, a reaction. Hey, Spanx Contreras, and you know what's funny? You should look at that video, bro. I don't, they were talking about you in that video. I was just saying. So the reason why I came across that paperwork, which made me open my eyes and made me even go, you know, look on the public websites and start looking up, you know, the bids that Lefty Gunplay did. There was a vato on there named Kenny Thunder, long hair, from Bakersfield. That's where he was from Bakers, from Eastside Bakers, from yeah. So vato Sureño, right? Here we go. Now I remember. And he's the one that told me, oh, I've been all up in the computer, you know, looking at public records and shit, and this fool's arrest don't make sense. And he asked me about, he was asking about, you came across with Nico. How's Nico doing anyway? King Nico, the Blaxican, bro. He's still doing good? You seen him around anywhere lately? So that came up. Maybe you could check it out. Because a few people were asking me, you know, how did you end up looking into Lefty's arrests anyway? Like, what made you interested in that? You know, what was the subject matter, and did you just decide to look it up, or you just sitting there and then decided to learn? And I said, no, I was on a live. I was just watching a live when their guest brought it up. You know, their guest brought up the fact that he had done time all over Califas, 3 different spots. You guys can still look. I think it's still up. And that right. So me, I'm already on the computer. I jumped on the computer. I jumped on that website. I looked on a couple different ones. That's the word. It's the word, Mockingbird. But like, I don't care. It's not like I'm on an exposed mission, docking, any of that. You know, like I said, I'm a fan. I what do they say? You gotta practice what you preach, and I'm a big fan of honesty. E-Visions, what's going on, bro? Hope everything's going good with you. I'm pretty sure it is, you know, because you're just one of those people. You got a good head on your shoulders, pretty calm, collect, good dude, deals with children. Anybody who deals with children, you know, and that's another reason why I don't get too big into giving Mike too bad of a hard time from Chicano Tube, is because he also helps with kids, you know, and I'm a coach myself. I've coached with my kids as t-ball teams, baseball teams, football teams. And for better or worse, it doesn't really matter. Nobody's perfect, but helping out with youth, that's tomorrow, right? That's what changes, you know, that's what changes the future. You want to know how to change the world? It starts with the youth. You know, if they have the right people around, they say it takes a village. If you got an involved teacher, and then they leave from this there and they have an involved parent, right? And then they leave from there and they got involved, you know, coaches. You know, they're gonna learn the right path because it's just constantly fed into them. But if nobody's there and they leave their house at 8, 9 in the morning and there's no parents, no good teachers, nothing good for the child out there, that's when they end up in these fucking situations where they don't know any better. It's not about getting a kid getting in trouble. That's like the smallest of the small. It's about teaching them the difference between right and wrong. Yeah, man, whatever you want to do it. E, you know I got nothing but love and respect, man. And that's a lot of the problem, though. Is it a lot of it start, and it's in the household too. So many people want to blame the everybody else too. That's another problem. They want to blame the coaches, the teachers, but really it starts in the household, which is sad because if you have a household that's already broken, a broken home, not I mean parents gone, maybe a single parent, maybe both of them there fucked up, then there's already a bad start. It's already a bad start. You know what I mean? And then they mess up at school and they want to blame teachers, they want to blame the cops and everyone else. But like I said, but right there, who's right there when the kid's starting to crawl or starting to talk, teaching them be honest, don't be foolish, right? He got that clean. He got that clean. That clean. He keeps it clean. Bad on. Yeah, like I said, I don't really get involved with the whole yard thought thing. Uh, that's there. That's other people like doing that. They have fun with it. But me, like I said, I try to attract kind of a different crowd. I have some different subscribers because I do a lot of reactions to news channels. Try to use, speak in my highest. Not always. Like I said, sometimes I'm messing around, but try to speak, intelligently and draw a different crowd. That's why I stopped always wearing my shirt off all the time, wearing a decent shirt. Uh, it's just a little, I just don't really play along, but I got nothing but love for everybody that does and much respect to them. They have fun with it. Uh, EBK is flat footed. I'm gonna have to take EBK on that one, right? See, regardless of what people say, we can talk about EBK for a second. Let's go into that. I think he's got a good heart, good corazon, good family man, but he's right there on still teetering on that area where I call like fully grown up because he's right there where he's ready to, I think, pretty much let the gang shit go. Like say, yeah. And that's a real man. Once you finally say no more gangs, no more bullshit. Everything's gonna be about my kids, bettering myself, just being me, right? That's a grown up. When you still talk about gangs, hoods, certain people and shit, that's then you start going more leaning back towards immatureness, right? Going into because getting locked up and banging and those are childish things, right? Those are things that kids do, right? And those are like when you join a gang, you're looking for acceptance at 12, 13. By the time you're 35, 40 years old, you should already have kids, dad, mom, grandpa, people around you that rely on you and accept you and love you more than anything in the world, right? Unless you've, like I said, robbed yourself of that by doing things at the age you're supposed to, 17, 16. That's when most of the shootings occur. Very rarely do you have a shooting from a 35-year-old, 32-year-old. All the big cities, the main shootings happen from youngsters. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I've always liked him. You guys know I've been on his lives, laugh a little here and there. I don't really care for statuses, gang statuses. Like I said, that shit doesn't matter to me. Gang statuses, activeness, levels, all that. I want to talk to the fool that didn't get busted. That's the legend. You want lessons from somebody? Just talk to the dude that right now. Oh, I done sold yay for fucking 25 years. I never done a day in prison. That's a legend. But anyway, though, so I take EBK. Like I said, I've been on those lives, laugh with him. Regardless of we've had our little beefs here and there over dumb shit, but for the most part, like I said, we're cool, and I would go with him. He's right in my old area where I was born. Like I said, that's why I still go for the Niners because I was born in Salos, and he's right there from Watson. So 831. Yeah, exactly, CJC. And also, too, that's when it makes more sense, right? Like you say, you got nothing to lose, no little ones relying on you. Still looking for acceptance, right? Maybe no dad in the home or parents not paying attention to you, everyone on the street, right? Everyone is not a bunch of adults with families, right? All the other 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds from high school, from the sandbox, are walking around. It's a kid thing. Hey, let's do it. Let's all rep the street. Let's all go to the mall together, right? Then you start growing up and like, yeah, I need a job, right? So then I can't stand on the corner, and I'm not gonna lose my job in my house that I worked so hard for, over just being able to represent a hood I don't even own. Then you start worrying about assets. Do I own a house? Do I own a car? Like, what's mine? And you know, the neighborhood you represent ain't, that's for damn sure. They may always accept you, but you can't ever own that land. I own a little land, not a lot. I own some in New Mexico, you know, Cuba and stuff. But that's one thing. There's only a few things in the world that are like gold, you know, certain, you know, minerals, land, right? Money will break down, inflate, go from euros to pesos to fucking, that all switches up. You invest your money in silvers. What's up, Chicago Dome? You invest your money in precious metals that don't lose value, in silver and gold. You know what I mean? Invest your money in land. Land, you know, you don't grow land. It doesn't grow like a tree. You don't have so much, and it runs out by the day. Buy up land, real estate, and fucking precious metals. Get rid of that money. That shit ain't gonna be worth a dime. You're gonna have $10 million in American money, and then that shit's gonna fucking change over to fucking Chinese shit anyway. You know what I mean? Things that are worth money are things that are non-renewable. Gold, land, oil. Oh yeah, so one other subject I haven't gotten to just yet. Snoop. Oh, Snoop. Another person I don't know personally. I just know through his whole movement, people doing videos and whatnot. Pretty boy, Backstreet Boy Snoop. Looked like he murked somebody off, according to I wouldn't say confirmed, because I don't do the whole confirming, like spoke to a fucking prison guard and you know what I mean, called the jail and that kind of shit. But from everybody that supposedly did, you know what I mean, confirm it. I got it confirmed from the people that confirmed it. He murks him, knocks somebody off. Apparently, Donovan. This is a prison, I think it's a 3-yard on Donovan. Oh, Spanx. She was asking about Spanx. He was asking what channel it was. Frank's Vibes new channel. I forget what it's called. It's got a ski mask on the handle in black and white, and it says Goonies under it. Visions. But yeah, so that's just my opinion. You know, I don't wish bad on nobody. I don't have nobody out there currently at the moment. I've had people that I wish death upon, but solved and would you know, in one way or another. Doesn't really matter how it was solved. But at the current moment, there's nobody that I currently need to get on a plane or something and fucking, you know, I have unfinished business, so to speak. No, I'm cool with everybody. You know, you know, just because I give my opinion on shit doesn't mean I hate somebody. Maybe they'll be childish, take it the wrong way, want to kill me over it, want to talk shit. And that's cool. Do you? I'm not gonna let nobody bother me out like that. But I'm just, when I like I said, I'd rather at least appreciate me for speaking my opinion. And you could say, hey, well, you know, I've heard this fool give his true opinion on shit that couldn't have scored him no points from anybody. So I know he's speaking from the heart. You know what I mean? That's me. Is most people in New Mexico sureños? There's a lot of them. And if you were to ask me, you know, I could catch gas on this too. But I would have to say for sure that, I mean, let's just put it in black and white, right? If there's more sureños or norteños, califas, norteños, or sureños in New Mexico and even local, there's more sureños. Because there's a pretty good side entity in North Valley, Brewtown, North Side 14th Street, which is Albuquerque, right? Which is going to be like, you have South Central, right? What's crazy, in LA, you got a South Central, right? But imagine like in Albuquerque we have a South Central and a North Central, right? And they're equal hoods, right? South Central's South Valley, basically, which is all the valley down all south side. It goes for about 50 miles, all city, right? Which is the all right, back up and running. Got that damn Obama Wi-Fi sitting in McDonald's. You guys can't tell right here. This is my McDonald's booth. Hey, but no disrespect to anybody that's got to go up in there. I seen hard times. I ain't one fuck. That's why I don't understand fools that could be laughing and shit. I mean, I can laugh in a fun way, but fools that be acting like they're better than anyone. I done used the McDonald's Wi-Fi. I didn't had to stay at that fucking, spot for the night, that little shelter, because I was out on the block. Nobody was fucking having it. You know what I mean? I had those times. So I don't really say I'm better or nothing or worse than anyone. Sometimes I work hard and I'm doing good. I've been doing bad since I grew up. I haven't, since I've had kids, I never been fucked up because I took fatherhood seriously. Like that was number one to me when they came around, because my dad did a good job with me. He was always there. He taught me to be a man, how to fight, how to be the strongest and the baddest, right? So I had to do the same. Why you think Izzy a fake dog? Okay, yeah. So back to what I was saying. And yeah, New Mexico's got sureños all over, and right now Cali sureños like Little Man, and they're doing a lot of rapping, and they actually have I forget what the name of their oh man, they're gonna hate on me if they see this live too. Oh, so all of the small towns, some of them that don't have maybe have one norteño in it, will have like 8 or 9 sureños. And some serious ones too. The reason why a lot of the sureños are not jokes, are really real, is a lot of them that end up in New Mexico, and you can fucking take this to the bank, is because they had to leave California for good reason. Like the judge made them, or they're facing 3 strikes and they're wanted, or they're just fucking at the end of their rope, shootings, madre, and they got to get out. Like there's usually some serious shit behind why a sureño leaves Cali, right? So you end up with a vato, like I said, a serious fucking dude. You know how many guys I came across, fucking shout out to the homie Rhino, Enemy from Echo Park, like fools head to toe. And you know what happens? I'll give you guys a little rundown on some shit that you may or don't know how this works. I mean, this is how it works. Trust me. So what happens is, say you got 1 or maybe 2 or 3 vatos who are, certified. All right. So let's say let's say you got someone from Florence. This is an example, right? Full on example, right? From Florence. Now, not an emero himself, right? Right, but a member, a full-fledged Southside member, right, of Florence, right? And he moves to Albuquerque, right? I'm giving you guys a little download, a little run up on this, right? How this works. What he can do is phone back, get his blessing. They call it a blessing from an actual emero, whoever their spokesperson is, right? Or whoever's running their shit, right? Fuck, actually, I don't know if I should say anything else. I'm not gonna say anything else. But so there's a lot of certified dudes, right? What ends up happening, they just come from real neighborhoods. They basically get blessed to do what they need to do, right? I don't want to give any specifics out, but what they do is they just they come through certified with an okay. Of course, taxes need to be paid. Everything's got to go through the right shit. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, I don't want to break it down fucking like a fountain shotgun. You know, you got to know what's up. There's ins and outs to things. Let's say it like that. But they come basically with the blessing to start putting down youngsters as they pay their way. You know, do what they have. Any Southsider has to do anywhere. You know, and that's how that works. So that's, if you ever wondered how you'll end up with like 10 guys from Florence, but they're all born in Albuquerque, that's how it happens. And they're not, and don't get me wrong, like I said, and you can't say, oh, they ain't real. They don't know the game. They have to have somebody from that neighborhood, right? If there's 10 of them, one of them has to have a blessing from a fucking spokesperson from California. That's how a neighborhood, if you guys ever wondered, a Cali neighborhood ends up in New Mexico. And I don't know how they do it in other states, but the way it ends up in New Mexico, they have to have a fucking certified dude, right? With their blessing, move out, right? And start putting guys down under that neighborhood name. And of course, they have to pay their taxes. But like I said, I won't get into the specifics of this, that, who's doing what, and where they go. But that's basically how it goes. And there's up to, and people already know, this is not something new that I'm telling people. It's just a certified fucking known deal. Like there's like Echo Park. That's a good one, right? They're fucking 300 Echo Park members in New Mexico, in Albuquerque. And 10, 15 of them are actually from Echo Park, California, West LA. The rest of them are all put down by those three. And they're all certified. They all got the blessing from the actual fools from the neighborhood of Echo Park to get it tatted on them, right? So you got fools with EPs on their fucking, one of the homies got a little E right here and a P on his ear, on their eyelids and shit. Crazy, huh? But that's how that works. So my deal on the Izzy Real thing, that's just, I don't know why them dudes just right there in the same town, why don't they just box it out? Okay, yeah. So the Is he real? I got one question about Is he real? Is he real? That's pretty funny. I mean, they both got pretty good what do you call it, personalities, and I don't know. You know, it's funny. My grandma's from Fresno. Shit, you not. I've already said this before. People that watch my channel for a while have heard that my grandma's from East Fresno. She met my grandpa in Salinas. You know, in like the fucking 40s, the 40s or 50s, you know what I mean? Because my dad, which was my dad, not my grandpa, was born in fucking the 50s. So you got to know, my grandpa and grandma was born in the fucking like 20s, 30s and shit. My grandma was from Fresno. But so here's my thing, right? How's this one? You guys want a good opinion on it? They both fucking ain't with it. It takes two to tango, right? And if either of them was really fucking a wild fucking off the chain motherfucker, right? A fucking smasher. Either one of them, there wouldn't have been a fucking word said. One of them would have walked up and just blink, 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 blink. Hey, here, you hand that phone to that fucking little, because I seen the videos and stuff, to that little handicap guy on. Here, I need you to record this. Don't worry, the cameraman never dies, and just blah, 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 blah. Like I always say, for better or worse, we roll. You know, I was taught at a young age, you probably can't win them all, but you can fight them all, and you better. You fucking goddamn better. How can you not? I mean, seriously, people, tell me this. You spot somebody you're not getting along with. They're talking on you, you're talking on them, whatever, right? They're within an eye shot from you, right? The adrenaline starts pumping. How can you not move on it? To me, it's like, I guess they say you get that fight or flight. Well, there's no reason to run. It's a fucking friendly fucking head up, right? Not only a chance to get out a little anger, but to handle this, you know, to run this adrenaline, right? So you just blah, blah, blah. Really, it should have been a head-on thing. They both got problems. They're both grown men. And we fucking walk at each other like two fucking, what do they call that? Quick shots, and just blah, 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 meet each other in the middle. But yeah, that was that was a good blunt. But yeah, that's just my little opinion on a few things. Snoop, yeah, sir. I guess he hit someone in Donovan that he'd been going back and forth with, which is a little kind of crazy because I thought he was trying to get his levels dropped or something back in the day, trying to get some kind of parole for I'm trying to get off that RICO case. Like, I had on some RICO case he was trying to beat, and he wasn't want to talking about anyone, didn't want to talk about nothing. So, you know, it gets complicated when you start dealing with people that are already doing life sentences, and they're possibly, you know, getting more other murders on top of gang enhancements, and you're dealing with the shoe, you know what I mean? And certain gang members can't go to certain periods. That shit is so many fucking different levels to this shit. Yeah, that's what I heard. Roger Smith. I think that the guy he got into it with, for the keeps was saying, was from CN, which I think is like Sir Cosa Nostra or Cosa Nostra, or that little some little sad thing or something. I don't know. That one I don't know too much about. I seen a couple videos on it, but I thought I'd bring it up because it's another subject everybody's on right now. Somebody, you guys can check out ABK. He's probably got some good videos on that. I mean, he knows. I don't know if he knows him personally or knows word from him. A lot of people in the California systems know the dude. You know, Snoop, badass Snoop. He's been in and out the systems, I think, for most of his life. You know, there's people talk about being in juvie with him, Phantom from Bulldogs, and a couple other people talk about being all the way in juvie with the guy. So, been around. Donald Trump's legal troubles. I think, yeah, legal troubles when you're a criminal. Just kidding there. I was always getting locked up when I used to commit crime. No, I just think, you know, he's got a lot of people that he rubbed wrong, first off, which is going to always have people gunning for you. So when you got people gunning for you, and then you make my little dumbass mistakes or big ones, fuck up here, tell people to lie here, try to fucking set it up so you can't lose, you know, small things, you know, small to minor, big. It's what do you call it? Gasoline and fire. You're gonna have some people that you know, they fuck up like Donald Trump. You know, I'm not a Trumpster, but I'm also definitely, you know, that's the fucked up part. I'll be honest with you. Let's talk Biden and Trump for just talk those two for now. It's like picking from the lesser evil, in my opinion. I've said this many times. I'm not pro either of them. It's anti both of them. It's just which one less, right? Because we got on the left hand here Trump. He's had fucking sexual allegations since he was used to do the Miss Universe pageants. Fucking filed bank. He's just a best crook. You know, he's filed bankruptcy like 3 times. Right? That's how he's a billionaire. What billionaire you know that's filed bankruptcy? Everybody I know is broke, but this fool knows how to scheme the system. You know, he's a smooth talker, fucking snake, right? But he's not a politician, which is why he's, you know, people think he's more straight up. Then, on this other hand over here, right, you got fucking Biden. You know, he don't know where he's at. You know what I mean? His son smoked so much rock that it's got him high. You know how they say, I'm going to hit you so fucking hard, your fucking mama go feel it? This fool would hit the rock so hard, his fucking daddy felt it. You know what I mean? Hunter Biden don't fucking walking in the wrong direction. I mean, Joe Biden fucking walking in the wrong direction. Fucking, I was watching the minister of one of the minister Israel or something. He went to shake his hat and he all left him hanging and went the other direction. I was like, oh man, because just, you know what's just as important as your policies, because they have checks and balances. they have ways that one man can't fucking veto the system anyway, right? So a president doesn't have sole power anyway. It's all about Congress means. It's about fucking Senate people, all that types of shit, right? Ins and outs, ins and outs. One of the most important things about being a president, which is why the Kennedys, a lot of certain presidents were so assertive, and some of the best presidents of all time to this day are thought of it, is because of the appearance they put out, right? You want somebody that looks like they can think quickly, a strong leader, like, oh, he can put his foot down, he can use his brain, and he can do it with the quickness, right? Not only that, but he's got the properties of a gentleman. You know what I mean? All that together is like, wow, this dude's could be a real country leader. But you look at Biden, the fucking dude is beyond senior citizenship, can't walk the right direction. He would make me want to invade a country. But same with Trump. Fucking overweight, you know, he's all old, fucking orange, fucking hat flying off. Like, he also does not portray strength. He also does not portray quick thinking and fucking power. They both, you know, either one of them, we'd have to bet on which one's going to have a heart attack first, which one's going to fucking, you know what I mean, have skin cancer or some shit. Like, these are not strong, what they portray. We're talking beyond fucking politics, like their actual, you know, bills and what, you know, and their laws that they sign. I'm just talking about appearances. That's a major thing, because before, you think that fucking an enemy, like say Saddam Hussein, he ain't even around, but you know, any of them guys out there, Mussolini, guys like that, come and want to know his policies, they're looking at how he looks. Hey, this guy can carry his own. If I socked him in the chin, could he do something? Is his eyes steady? Or, oh, wow. Hey, check it out. You know, they're over there. Oh, you know, this fucker looks like he's going to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? That's what they're looking at. Appearance, if, you know, people don't want to say it, but people always read a book by its cover. It's always first judgment, right? Which is why I was always taught, don't get tattoos all up on your face, right? This is your fucking appearance, right? It's the first thing somebody looks at. I fucked up and did it anyway, but that's what I was always taught, right? So the first thing that the enemies of our country see is these weak, old, frail, old ass men. It looks like they can get blown over by a breeze. First, where one falls down the stairs when the breeze hits, and the other one's fucking toupee flies off with half his orange skin. You know what I mean? And like I said, now is the time. If you were ever Chinese, Russian, you know, looking for a weakness, look at the choices you have and how bad they hate each other. Like, damn. Sounds like Swifty sent you. That's funny. Swifty. Where is that dude at anyway? I haven't even seen him around. He's just kicking back or what? Hiding in a trash can somewhere. What was that podcast he had? Trash Talk or something? Trash Can Talk. But yeah, so that's the thing people forget. You know, I mean, people act like as if I would want one or the other as a president. You know, just because you only give me two fucked up choices doesn't mean I'm for either of them. You know what I mean? If it's fucking the ruin of America or one of them, fuck. You know what I mean? What I probably have to maybe say Trump. I don't know. Trump's an idiot though. You know, he's always been an idiot. You know, he plays with fire. He tried to have people run up in the fucking White House for him, and they left him hanging to get all these years. Like, what a dickhead. You know what I mean? I'll tell you straight, Chicago dumb. I don't think anybody make it in the Chicago street for 7 days. Anybody, even someone from Chicago, the downest motherfucker knows not to stand out there that long because you get hit. You got to move fucking swift in Chicago. You got to come in and know your ins and outs and P's and Q's. Look out the windows that need to be looked out of. Move when you need to move. Even Chicago fools ain't dumb enough to stand on the street for 7 days. That'll make you a prime target. Anybody get hit out there that long. I just was watching a video from Drizzy Draco. That fool was funny. You ever watch Drizzy Draco and what's his name? Benali? They were talking about Bali. I'm sorry, Bali. Those was from Englewood, Seven Deuce. They were talking about how, what would you guys do if you could get a job, good paying job, like 30, 40 an hour. He was like, I can't have a job. He's like, if I had a job, I would have to be in one spot all the time. If I'm in one spot all the time, the op's gonna find me for sure. He's like, ain't no job worth getting smoked. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, but it made sense, you know? Crazy. Drizzy Draco. But man, I got what, an hour 15 on here. I'll probably check out pretty quick. I just wanted to jump on real fast, let everybody know what my opinions were on this and that. Mostly, honestly, to address the lefty gunplay thing, right? I got like 3,000 views on the video, and some good ones, some not good ones. I appreciate all the comments, even if it was a diss. You know, you take your time to type it in, you watch the video, and diss or not, hey, every man's entitled to their opinion. You don't gotta like me. You don't have to like my content. I'm not gonna tell you you do. You drop the comment. You know, you have your own opinion. I'm all for it, like it or not. But just remember something: just because you might not like this video or have the same opinion on it, you can't say the same for the next unless you've seen it. And you never know which might be one video or might be one person that you get some knowledge that you just might need. That's why you always want to make sure your ears are open. Don't ever close up to anyone or think you know more than anyone or have heard from anyone. That's why I'm always watching different videos, listening to different lives from different people, because you just never know when you're going to learn and what you need and how you need it. And if it's a bunch of shit you don't need, like I said, if you don't care about that, with that video, any of that information I left about Lefty, while that shit up, throw it in the trash. You ain't gotta hold on to it, absorb it. You know what I mean? Simply move on. But much love to everybody in right here. You guys make sure you have a good one. I'm gonna bust out a couple of reactions here. And you guys have a good rest of your Sunday night. Like I said, I'm out. Appreciate everybody in the chat.